Hello and welcome to another episode. Today we have some juicy YouTube mastery. Hell yes, we all know that YouTube is one of the biggest search engines out there, and if we are not on it, we are missing an absolutely massive chance to get found. Now, I certainly have been working very hard over the years to try and build my channel up, and there are so many techniques out there as to how we can make sure that it's our videos and us that comes up in those search results. We want people, particularly our potential customers, to go to Google, type in a question, and boom, some of our content comes up. It could be our blogs that come up. It could be our courses that come up. It could be our YouTube videos that come up. And if you hit search on Google, you will find that YouTube videos are one of the first things that come up in those top search results. This is one of the most amazing ways for you to sell your online courses, get found, get those search engines working for you to grow your impact and your income. My name's Sarah Cordner. I'm your host today, and today's episode is all about how to sell more courses using YouTube. Oh yes, and today my special guest, my good friend, Mr. Rob Balastabas, who is the brand evangelist from TubeBuddy. Rob, how are you?
I'm doing well, Sarah. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm super excited, and yeah, really excited to be here with you today. Thanks for having me on.
Rob, you are most certainly shot your way up very, very quickly, having left a previous role for the amazing Thinkific, where you worked for quite some time. You've shot your way up in your own business now to becoming somewhat of an expert on the YouTube platform. Can you, first of all, just, I guess, tell us a little bit about your journey? How did you get to this place you're in now, like doing all this work, helping entrepreneurs, authors, speakers, experts, coaches, influencers really build their brands and grow on YouTube? How did you get here?
Yeah, how did I get here? I don't know. You know what? I think about that all the time. But I think it really started at Thinkific, which you mentioned. That's where I was before TubeBuddy, and an amazing opportunity there to grow. I actually started in the support team, so doing tech support at Thinkific. I don't know if I actually told you that before, Sarah, but yeah, so I started support, and being a startup, there was like 12 of us. I was number 12 at the time in that company, and it grew and grew, and I moved into the marketing team, which then led me into being in front of the camera, doing monthly updates, videos, and things like that, webinars, summits. Yeah, so then I got connected with the guys at TubeBuddy, and because we do share similar audiences of content creators and YouTube creators that also want to sell courses to monetize their audience. Anyways, the opportunity came up here with TubeBuddy, and I just couldn't refuse. It was basically a brand evangelist, which is essentially to build relationships and nurture relationships with partners and users, and then also create content. And so two things I love to do a lot for work. And so here I am. Yeah, so really excited to be working with YouTube creators and really helping them level up on YouTube and build their businesses as well.
Love it. And look, two things that you're absolutely amazing at as well. So those people listening, a lot of people may not have heard of TubeBuddy before. What is TubeBuddy? What does it do? What is it for? Yeah. Why should we use this thing, this magical tool? Now, I know what it is and I love it. But for those that don't, can you tell us a bit more?
Sure, yeah. So TubeBuddy is a YouTube certified, we're YouTube partners. And so basically we are a software that overlays on top of your YouTube channel. And so we have direct API access to YouTube data. And so basically we help translate all the data that YouTube collects and shows you. And we make it easy for you to understand so you can make better decisions as to what types of videos, keywords you should be going after. And then beyond that, we help you with some of the optimization. We've got a tool called the SEO Studio, which makes it really easy to understand keywords and description. We've got different tools for split testing your thumbnails and canned responses for your different comments and things like that. So really the entire workflow for a YouTube creator, we help them in. So that's what TubeBuddy is.
Amazing. And look, data is what helps you make big decisions. The people who are successful, the guys who have the most followers, the most subscribers, the most likes, the most business, the most amount of money, they are making decisions not based on what feels right, although I do believe that is a big part of what we do in life and business, but on statistics, on data that is provided by tools and software like TubeBuddy and what that does. And I believe there's a completely free version of TubeBuddy, is there not, Rob?
There is, definitely is. So yeah, we have a free version. which allows you to really get started if you're just starting on YouTube. And yeah, you kind of just want to understand where where you fit in YouTube as far as like keywords and things like that, and a bunch of other tools. It's you can get started for free, and there's a link down below, I'm sure, that Sarah will share. And yeah, just get started there. We have over 3 million YouTube channels that use our tool, and so really we come from a place, the founders of TubeBuddy come from a place of, they just want to help creators. And so hopefully the free version brings value to you, so it's packed with value. And from there, you can decide if you want to upgrade and things like that. But we're happy that you're just using it even on the free level.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I use it. I think it's absolutely fantastic in telling you which of your videos is popular, why it's popular, what words people are typing in to find that particular content, which then helps you use more of those words in your tags and things like that. But one of the other things I really love about the free plan as well is the milestones. So you guys, basically what it has is this these milestone options, which will say to you something like, only 25 videos to go until you reach X hundred of videos published, or only X number of subscribers to go until you reach this magic whole number. And it's really motivating. Like sometimes I just open up my app to look at my milestones to go, right, how many videos have I got to get, or how many people have I got to get before I reach this like a magic whole number. It's so exciting. I'm a geek. I like it's gamification in real life.
It is. And you know what it is too? It's a bit of accountability as well, because you get to share with the general public without really being like bragging about it, but like, hey, here's my next milestone. And so hopefully, you follow me along my journey. And it kind of is a way also to let people know that you have a YouTube channel, in your social channels and things like that. So it's kind of fun. I see them every day and it's kind of fun.
Yeah, and I love how you actually make that a kind of a fun accountability sharing thing in your Facebook group. So for those of you who are not in Rob's Facebook group, Rob, how can they find that group?
Yeah, just look it up. It's if you go to Facebook and look Content Marketers Cafe, you'll find it there. It's so it's totally free, and it's a place for content creators, entrepreneurs, people that are looking to build their audience, to just really like have a community of people to lean on and ask questions, and accountability definitely, but also support. As content creators and business people, sometimes there's days, Sarah, you're like, my video is not popping, there's something, and it's just like, hey guys, and then there's encouragement in there and stuff like that. And so yeah, feel free to join us there.
Yeah, I really do love your group for that, Rob. So I will put a link in the show notes below, guys, if you do want to go and follow through into Rob's group. I love the accountability. I mean, we can't always be flowing with creativity all of the time. So those days where your creativity is about as effective as roadkill, go on into Rob's group, and you will get a little kick up the bum bum from Rob's post. And like, what's everyone working on today? Right, commitment time. Accountability.
That's right.
We've got to look after each other. All right. So look, Rob, I know that you're going to be answering a few questions for us here in terms of, what can course creators do using YouTube if they're just getting started to help sell more online courses. Like you've been in this space now for years. You have watched thousands of course creators launch their courses and use various marketing techniques to get their courses out there. But you really have nailed this space of YouTube. What is working? What can we do right now as course creators to find new ways to get our courses into the hands of our customers?
Yeah, no, absolutely, Sarah. And I think, I love talking to course creators. I've been doing that for a number of years during my years at Thinkific, and really understanding their pain points, what's worked, what doesn't work. I've had so many conversations with course creators, and really I love the heart of course creators, because what they're doing at the very simplest thing is that they're taking something they know and they're trying to share it with as many people as they can, right, online and in person as well, workshops and stuff like that. But they're looking to share their knowledge. And I've heard, we'll get to some tips and advice, but I just like really want to share. I love course creators because there's so many stories of people that share. For example, like I remember a gentleman that shared, he has a guitar course, right? And so it's awesome to hear their stories, but it's also really cool to hear their student stories, because by him sharing how to teach people how to play the guitar, one of his students that he shared with us, I remember, was able to play the guitar with his daughter. And that was just a dream that he always wanted, And so, I just love course creators. And so hopefully, you know, we can share some things here today, but with YouTube and course creators, it's a perfect match, right? Because on YouTube is owned by Google. It's a search engine, not just a place to put up videos. It's a place where people are searching their questions and they're looking for answers. And so you as a course creator, that's essentially what you're doing. You're providing answers, you're providing skills and knowledge. And so I think the first thing, if you're starting on YouTube and you don't have that many subscribers or any subscribers, the main thing that you really want to understand is where do you fit on YouTube, right? So, you know, YouTube is a huge place. There's people there that are already well established. And that shouldn't be a deterrent. You shouldn't be afraid of that. You know, YouTube is a fair place as well. You know, if the job of YouTube at the core of it is to provide the best video, the best resource and answer to whatever that person is searching for. And so if you are, for example, teaching people a certain way of copywriting or a certain way of going, you know, doing live streams or starting a podcast, if you create a video that answers a specific question that is really relevant, then you're gonna be going up in the rankings. You're gonna be found, you're gonna be shared, you're gonna be recommended by YouTube, because at the end of the day, YouTube wants people to watch as many videos and binge watch as long as possible so that they can serve them ads, and that's how YouTube makes money. And so, it's fair game, right? Don't be afraid. But in the beginning, you do have to be strategic because you can't just go after, you got to understand that there's keywords that are very hard to rank for, and then there's keywords that are a little easier to rank for. And so in the beginning, you definitely need to do your keyword research first. So understanding what are people searching for, and then understanding what are the specific keywords that people are searching for. And so it has to be methodical like that. So Sarah, I made this mistake when I first started on YouTube, and this is when I was at Thinkific even, was that I would create videos just by gut instinct of like, oh, I think this video would do really well. This is something that people would want to know about. And then after I created the video, then I would do the keyword research and then try to force the video into a specific keyword. and I was usually...
I may not have done this myself.
Yeah, exactly. You've been there before. But I was kind of cornered into keywords that are too competitive. And so my videos never did really well. And so once the light bulb kind of turned on for me that I should do the keyword research first, understand where I can rank and have the best opportunities, then I would do the videos for those keywords. And then my channel started to grow, you know? So that's the first thing. So do the keyword research. This is where TubeBuddy comes in really well. We've got a tool called the Keyword Explorer. And so we try to make it as simple as possible by suggesting keywords. So if you search, you know, how to do Facebook Lives and YouTube Lives at the same time, for example, that's a keyword. Then we would make suggestions of other keywords that you can go after. And then we would kind of give it a score out of 100. And so, you know, the higher the score, the better the opportunity for you. And then also we will put your channel into consideration. So we'll actually put like, for your channel specifically, this is how you will do, because based on the content that you have and all that stuff, the other videos that you have on your channel already, then you might do really well with this keyword, you know. So that's the first thing is keyword.
Hey, now I'm going to interrupt you right there. Yes. Because one of my biggest questions was going to be, you know, how do people find keywords? How do they do this? And obviously you went in there with TubeBuddy. Now, for those people watching the video, how do you fancy sharing your screen and giving us a real quick demo of just how easy this is? Because I love this.
Oh, sure.
Okay, so for those of you who are listening to the podcast, make sure you click on the video link version of this episode in the show notes, because Rob has his screen on and he's going to give us a demo of how to find these keywords. Rob, take us through it.
Take it away. Awesome. Sounds good. So what happens when you install TubeBuddy into your YouTube channel and connect to, you get a Chrome extension or a browser extension, just like this one on the top right that you'll see here. So you click on that, and what you'll see is the drop down for TubeBuddy. And so one of the things that you'll see here is the Keyword Explorer. So I'll click on the Keyword Explorer, And so on the top left here, you'll see keyword, and you can type a keyword in there. But before I do that, you can actually see, Sarah, here that you can actually see some trending topics. And so this is pulled from Google Trends, Google itself, YouTube as well. And so you can actually pull trending topics here. So if you can find a way to connect your topic and the things that you talk about on your channel to one of these trending topics, then that might be a really good video to create. Now, you can also see the trending topics based on countries. So if I wanted to see what's happening in Australia, these are some of the trending topics that are happening in Australia. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of go through here, but these are the trending topics that people are searching for, specifically from Australia, for example. Canada, I can do the same thing where I'm from and just kind of see what's happening out there. People want to know about Walmart stocks apparently in Canada, but yeah, so that's trending topics there. So let's say I want to go into here and Sarah, give me, I don't know, like a keyword that one of your students.
Online courses. So let's do a little search on course creation or online course creation, see what comes up.
Sure. So let's see, online courses, right? Ooh. So you get online courses and then you get a bunch of suggestions. So online courses, different online courses. So a lot of people here, it looks like these are a mixture of, how do I find online courses to take? But maybe what we want to look for is how to create an online course, right? So how to create an online course. So let's start with that. All right, it's pulling it up here. Okay, so we're gonna see right away here, Sarah, I'm gonna show really two quick things here. One is that there's two things that you're seeing here. There's unweighted results, and then there's also weighted results. And so what I was telling you guys earlier, so the first thing here is unweighted means that this is just in general. Like if you were to search for this keyword, how to create an online course, this is the score for just anyone that is going into that keyword, no matter what channel, just in general. Like if they were to do a search using an incognito browser or doing this search for the first time, this would be the result. So the result would be poor. And so the difference with that is weighted results, and I'll show you guys the results for that later, is that this actually weighted results takes into account my actual channel. So my channel, I don't really talk about online courses or anything like that. So most likely the score is even lower. So it's actually 4 out of 100 because I have no online course content on my channel. And so maybe for your channel, Sarah, it'll probably be different, probably a lot higher because you probably talk a lot about online courses there. Now, the factors that we take into consideration for this score right here are search volume. So meaning, how many people are searching for that each month. This is monthly. The competition, the optimization strength of those videos that are already ranking for that keyword, the number of videos that are in that search results. There's 29 million videos that pop up, so quite a lot. So there's a big ocean, so there's a lot of content there already. And then the number of monthly searches approximately per month. And so there's about 16,000 searches for this keyword each month. So also the last thing here at the bottom is that the average views for the videos that are ranking for that keyword is about 22,000 views per video on average. Now, my average is about 121 for the lifetime of my channel since day one. So we give you sort of the gateway number here, the gateway number of views, meaning the number of views that you should have minimum to try to go after this keyword. And so this keyword says you should have at least an average of about 900 views. And so this is, many red lights here for me to not go after this keyword. So I will probably then refine this search and maybe search something more specific. So I'm just going to close this right now. And I'm going to show some of the other tabs here. So this is the summary tab. There's results. So it kind of shows you the results of which videos are coming up. So just kind of get an understanding of, you know, who's popping up here. We also have trending topics, historical, sort of like information, and then also a map, you know, based on if it's a local keyword that I'm looking for. So, so yeah, Sarah, so that's kind of where you got. So then from here, I would probably do something a little bit more specific. So I do see here how to create an online course, Thinkific, for example. And let's see what the results are there. So see, so there, the results are a little bit better, right? So the score is 46 out of 100, meaning that it is less competitive. Like we can see right here that the competition is like way on the green right there. The search volume is not great. It's still a little low, but it may be, this is probably where I might do this specifically because it is more specific, like it's how to create an online course, but then Thinkific. And we know that there's an audience for Thinkific, right, Sarah? Because in the community itself, there's like 20,000 members, you know, so we can only imagine how many more people are searching for that specifically. We have a pretty good idea of how many users there are in Thinkific. So this is probably one of the keywords that I would go after, you know, so that, you know, you can have an easier way of ranking in the search. So, so yeah, so that's like the keyword explorer there. We can kind of go deeper into it, but if you're listening on the podcast, and yeah, make sure you hop over to the video so you can kind of see what I'm showing here, not just listening to my words. But yeah, hopefully that helps give you a little bit of an idea there, Sarah.
Wonderful. Fantastic. So keywords, amazing. Those of you who are thinking about, you know, what am I going to create videos on YouTube? That is just one of many ways that you can pick topics. Now, Rob, you were giving a screen demo a moment ago with one of those results in there was, so one of those functions in there was results. So the top videos that are coming up with those key terms. So this pulls us really nicely into the competition. Now, a lot of people are afraid of the competition. They think, oh, you know, there's competitors out there who have hundreds of thousands of subscribers and I've only got one. I can't compete. I'm never going to be good enough. I don't know what to do, right? So first of all, I know that there are some very clever ways that we can look at our competition and be inspired. And we can get really good ideas as to what is working. You know, don't be threatened by these videos or these channels that have heaps and heaps of views. Use these as not only motivation, but as ways to help you grow. Rob, can you give us some tips there on finding the competition, seeing what videos are trending in our field and how we might, you know, use those results to help us grow?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, with YouTube, and I get to talk to a lot of YouTube creators, you know, small, big, you know, all sizes, brands. And, you know, for example, let's pick one space, which is YouTube experts. And so the experts out there that are teaching people how to build their YouTube channel. You know, some names out there that people might recognize are Daryl Eves, Roberto Blake, you know, Sunny Lenarduzzi, you know, so Nick Nimmons, you know, these guys out there. And knowing them personally and getting to see them and like being in different communities with them, they don't see themselves as competitors because they know that YouTube is such an ocean. You know, it's so big. There's just so many people on there. And so, you know, they actually work together. They collaborate. They're not afraid of competition. They don't see it that way. And sort of one step back, just to let you guys know, if you're sort of new to YouTube, the way that it works on YouTube is that there's a metric called session time, right? So there's watch time. So there's like, okay, how long are people watching your videos? But there's also a metric that YouTube tracks, which is called session time. And so session time is how long someone spends watching videos on YouTube. And so if Sarah created a video on how to build online courses using Thinkific, she builds, you know, those videos. She brings somebody in from maybe Facebook to watch one of those videos. And then after that video, it's going to show another video about, you know, online courses that Sarah has on her channel. And then let's just say Sarah runs out of videos about online courses for whatever reason. YouTube is then going to keep on going and looking for other videos to serve that viewer so that they stay on YouTube longer. So then if I had another video, if I had a video on my channel on how to create courses, then YouTube might share my video with that viewer to then prolong the session time. And that actually does really well for Sarah, because it tells YouTube that she brings quality viewers into YouTube. And so Sarah's videos are not going to get shared with my audience and vice versa. And so everyone wins. Everyone wins in that sense. So that's why these big YouTube guys and YouTube creators and different creators in different spaces, they don't see themselves as competition. You know, travel vloggers, you know, that travel together and do reviews on different cities and stuff. They're all collaborating. They're doing videos together because they know that session time is really important. So that's a really long answer to a short question. But as far as competition, yeah, don't be afraid of competition. Look at competition, look at the videos, and look at the videos of your competition and sort of like do it by time according to like chronological order, and kind of see which videos and which topics have a spike, right? And you can kind of see, oh, this video, you know, usually they get, you know, 1,000 views, but this video got 20,000. Okay, they're talking about this specific thing. So look into that. Don't copy the content, but just like understand that that's something that people are interested in. And so if it's something that you can speak into, you know, then you know, give your take on it, give your perspective, right? Everybody has a voice. You have your own experience and different things. So for my channel, I talk about LinkedIn. I also talk about live streaming. And so that's an ever-changing topic. There's different, you know, there's software, there's gear, cameras, lighting, things like that. And so I kind of pay attention to other people that are in my space, and actually, you know, I've actually built little communities with them. But it's like, hey guys, everyone's talking about this new feature that LinkedIn Live has. Okay, let's go make some videos around that. You know, let me interview you, you interview me, that sort of thing. Let's collaborate, and everybody wins in that way. So don't be afraid of competition. Do pay attention to what they're putting out there, because eventually people are going to start paying attention to what you're putting out there as well and start following your lead. So that's just the name of the game on YouTube. But yeah, it's good.
Definitely. And I find as well, when I first started out on YouTube, it can feel very confronting when you've got this empty channel, you know, and what am I going to fill it with? What kind of videos am I going to create? Yeah, yeah. Looking at your competition is a really, really great way for you to get an idea as to what's working, what topics are succeeding. They will inspire you and give you ideas. So like I said, you know, it's about inspiration, not necessarily copying, but you can go through those really successful channels that are similar to you, in the same niche as you. And, you know, get yourself a pen and paper and write down, what do you notice about the videos that have got the most views and the most shares? You know, is it something in the titles that you see? Is it something in the thumbnails that you see? Is there something in the content that you believe is what's attracting them? And of course, it's a combination of all of those. But if you're just starting out, I really, really highly encourage you to go check out the competition. Obviously, using TubeBuddy, typing in your keyword in that keyword search tool and clicking the button called results is a great way for you to find your top performing competitors, so you can be inspired by the right stuff that is working for someone else. It means that it's explained in your own way, in your unique voice. It's going to work well for you too. Great. All right. So selling online courses on YouTube. What other tricks have you got up your sleeve for us? The new course creator, they're trying to build an audience for the first time. Maybe we haven't got an email list yet. How can we hack into this massive search engine and get found?
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, well, first I would say definitely you need to, like, before you build your YouTube channel, build the things behind the scenes, build the things that will build your list, right? So build a lead magnet, sort of like a mini course first, make it free, right? And so build that first. Don't go into YouTube, because like, you can build a YouTube channel and you can have views and you can have all these things, but then if you have nowhere to send people to from YouTube, then it's all kind of pointless, right? Look at YouTube as a traffic source. Look at it as sort of like your storefront window, and that's what YouTube is. It's not, it's not necessarily where you're gonna sell people like you might, right? But it is gonna be evergreen, it's gonna be there forever, and so people are gonna come across it that are gonna find you for the first time. So it's very unlikely that you're going to be able to be like, hey guys, check out my video on how to, create a podcast. And right from there, like, hey, go to my course and go buy my course. It's like, it's too soon, right? So you may need to, the best thing is to send them to a free lead magnet type of course, a free course. So build that first. And Sarah is your go-to person for that. So build a mini course, a lead magnet course first, totally free. Now take that content, because that lead magnet course, let's say you've got 5 modules, in that lead magnet course, take that content and, split it up into those 5 courses, and then create videos, little bite-sized videos into YouTube videos. And the introduction should be, you should make little, like, short bite-sized videos. That's really good because you're going to be creating more content, more videos, sort of more, more bait out there while you're kind of fishing inside of YouTube. So there's more things to be seen. And so create little short videos. Now the videos, the thing with, if you're creating tutorial videos, which I create a lot of tutorial videos, make them very short and get to the value proposition, like get to the value very quickly. Don't spend too much time in the introduction. Don't spend too much time in the outro. Don't try to sell too much. So the format, very basic, is just a quick introduction. Hey guys, in this video, I'm gonna share with you how to set up your Facebook Live using StreamYard. Let's get started. And then get to the value. Show them your screen, show them whatever it is, your PowerPoint, your keynote on the screen, and then give them the value that they came there for, right? Deliver that value. Now, the best thing for you, for somebody that's watching your video for the first time, is that they watch as much of that video as possible, hopefully to the very end, and then hopefully then they watch your next video, right? So, so create those short bite-sized videos. Once you have those, make a playlist, right? So then you have the entire thing there. And then in each one of them, make sure that you're mentioning that, hey guys, this is a tip that's included inside my free course. If you want to grab that free course, just go to the description down below or the first comment down below, and then send them to the free lead magnet. And so that's essentially all you want to do. Once they get to the lead magnet, then you got to let that lead magnet do its thing, and Sarah will help you with doing all the upsells and everything at the end of that free course. But you want to build trust, right? You want to just, like I said, you want to use YouTube as a storefront window to get people to your free lead magnet, build your lead magnet list, build your email list, and then deliver value there, build the trust, and then you can upsell them to your paid programs from there. So that's like the very basic of like YouTube. And the thing that I see, Sarah, a lot of people is like, they want to sell on YouTube, and I just like, it's really hard to sell on YouTube, because people expect for free things, right? So that's just how YouTube works. But, eventually once you build trust and you build your authority, that's also the other thing of like having really like quick, a lot of videos that are like really small. It builds your authority in that specific keyword, right? So yeah, build short videos.
Like it. More breadcrumbs equals more birdies.
Yes.
As simple as that.
Love that. I'm going to use that one.
I made it myself. Very good. All right. So, and look, another one of the things when we're talking about those lead magnets, obviously anyone who's listened to me for more than 5 minutes will know that I'm always saying the number one course you should create first is your lead magnet course. If you don't have a lead magnet course, how do you expect to grow an email list? And if you don't have an email list, how do you expect to make any money? You have no one to sell to, right? So
that's right.
I really want to reinforce that point that Rob has made there, that these public spaces where we're sharing content is to collect traffic, new people that we want to get onto our email list, that they then belong to our ecosystem, so that then obviously we can take them through some kind of funnel or nurturing process to sell them things eventually. So one of the things that I always say to people is, when you're creating this lead magnet, what would be your equivalent of a starter kit? So I have, a free course creation starter kit. And if you go look at my channel, you will see in the description of all of my videos, the very first thing they are offered in the description is get your free course creation starter kit, because obviously I've niched my channel to course creation. And so I always say, what would be your topic? What is your starter kit? So if you're teaching copywriting, create the copywriter starter kit. Give that away for free. If you do weight loss and you teach weight loss, the weight loss starter kit or something like that. I don't know, I find it's really high converting. It works really well. It sounds like something more than just a video, like the starter kit. If people like a kit, they like a pack. It sounds like it's going to be really valuable. Obviously make it valuable, otherwise they're not going to want any paid stuff.
Obviously,
but that's worked really, really well for me. Now, to take it up a level, and again, to share how I've been using YouTube to get new customers, and a lot of my analytics show that I get a lot of customers on my list from YouTube. Even though I have small subscriber numbers, guys, remember, it's not just about your subscriber numbers. People still watch your videos without being a subscriber, so don't focus too much on your subscriber numbers. But what I have now done to really make the most of this opportunity is I've created a proper funnel for my free stuff up immediately into paid stuff. So if you guys go actually check this out, go and have a look at what happens. If you go to sarahcord.com/starter kit, put in your email address to get the free starter kit. The next thing that happens, the second you press submit, your free starter kit will be emailed to you, but automatically a new page will pop up and it will say your success, your starter kit's been emailed to you, but before you go, would you like to buy this? And if you buy that, it will offer you something else to buy straight away. Okay, so go and check it out and have a look. This is how I have turned my YouTube channel into something that not only gets me emails, but also makes me money, because some people just go, I just watched that YouTube video, I loved it, I've got the free thing, boom, they're hot. They're going to be so highly likely to buy in that particular second if they loved the video that they've just seen. So work on this system. This is how the big boys do it. This is how you start creating an organic money making machine. It's really powerful stuff. Hey, Rob.
I love that. I love that. Yeah. I mean, yeah, get them while they're hot, right? Like they're like, get me more, get me more. Yeah. So yeah.
It's hot.
Exactly.
Right, now we're getting close to time, but I'm going to see what else I can squeeze out of you, Rob. What else have you got to help these course creators succeed?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like, I don't want to overwhelm people, but yeah, I think, when you're starting, keyword research, quick videos, don't try to sell, get them to that lead magnet right away as a course creator, and just deliver value, like nonstop, deliver value. Use playlists, right? Playlists are my favorite. It's been growing. Again, we're talking about session time and watch time. Create a playlist. Like, so if you're, for Sarah, if you have like, how to build courses for coaches, for example, and you have a bunch of different tips and videos on how to do that, create a playlist of that. And then when you share that playlist when you share that video on LinkedIn or Twitter or in your email list, when you let people know that you have a new video out, share the link of that video from the playlist, because then that brings them, when they watch it, it brings them to the playlist and they're like, hey, there's way more videos here about me as a coach, how to build online courses. And so they're going to binge watch. And so that's worked really well for me. It's a little hack that people don't use. Typically people will just share the individual video. But share the video from the playlist, and that's really been helpful. Thumbnails, thumbnails are just like Netflix, right? Like Netflix, when your thumbnails are so key, and that's how you get people into, your videos can show up in search, but then within search, there's other videos there. And so you really got to spend some time building a really nice and designing a really good thumbnail. There's lots of resources out there to do that, but yeah, pay attention, spend time on keyword research and thumbnails. I would say is probably, to get the traffic, those two things for sure.
Fantastic. Rob, that has been some really, really helpful tips for course creators. Now, if people want to stay in touch with you, of course, all of the links to connect with Rob are below. Rob, where's the best place for people to play with you?
Yeah. So my Facebook group, the TubeBuddy YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, just head over there. I'm sure Sarah will put all the links down below, and really just happy to help you guys in any way we can, with getting your YouTube channel up and running.
Fantastic. And those of you who are interested in having a play with TubeBuddy, there is a link down below in the show notes area. Rob, any parting words for us today?
No, I just want to say thank you, Sarah. This is awesome. It's just good to catch up with you, and really cool to always talk to course creators. I love what you guys are doing, like I said. So don't hesitate to reach out to me. Keep doing what you're doing. You guys are awesome, and you guys are making such a difference out there in so many different people's lives. So just keep sharing your knowledge.
Amazing. And this, guys, it's really, really important that you just start today. One of the things that I look back on now when it comes to my YouTube channel, which I think I started in about 2012, if I remember correctly, is I wish I'd started sooner, and I wish I'd posted more regularly when I did start, because, you might look at YouTube right now and go, oh, it's already saturated. There's already so much stuff there. There are new people coming into the world all the time. People want content delivered in different ways. People connect with different people or don't connect with others. And we are already, think of all the people that are yet to come. Think of all that. We are still down here in terms of the bell curve, right? There is still, if you start today, you're going to still be before all of the other people that are going to start after you. If you don't create these videos, somebody else will. If you don't have videos on there, you have no chance of getting found. 100% chance of not getting found. So look, be brave, be confident. I still have my first ever videos up there, and that some of them absolutely suck. If you are not embarrassed by your first few videos, you left it too late. And look, just keep posting. Rob, you talk a lot about how consistency is king. YouTube will reward you the more you post, the more frequently and regularly and predictably you post. YouTube will reward you with more views and more search results. So start today. The future you will thank you for this. You will get better and better. Each video you publish will suck less than the one you published before. Believe me, Rob and I know this. Yes. We totally 100%. Know this. And just take that deep breath and get out there and hang around with other entrepreneurs who are trying to build their channels up too, because the game never ends. It's an ongoing process, and enjoy it, because it really is fun once you get into a flow, find out who your customers are and see what it is that they're enjoying. It becomes like this sense of inertia where it just gets easier and easier and more natural, and more ideas start pouring out of you the further down the pathway you go.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Those are all great words. Yeah. And I think that's all really important. Community for sure. Like you just touched on there, Sarah, it's really important. So find yourself a little group of other content creators and entrepreneurs, and, surround yourself with positive people like that are going to encourage you. Because it's going to be a rough road every now and then, but building that community, especially through video, is just so much fun once it gets rolling.
Thank you. Well, I hope you guys have had some super cool tips from this episode today. Thank you for listening. And don't forget, you can grab free access to my course creation program, How to Create Profitable Online Courses, at sarahcordiner.com/freedom. You can get my entire 8-week course for free for a whole entire 8 weeks. Get your online courses out there, and then of course implement these amazing tips to start growing that course on your very own YouTube channel. Thank you very much, Rob. Thank you, listeners, and I cannot wait to see you next time. Bye for now.